Welcome to the Chad Show. So today we have Brent Barkley with Barkley Solar.
That's me.
We are going to be talking about solar, energy efficiency for your home, and who knows what else. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Chad, man, this is the first show, brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
It is.
It's the Chad Show, right?
Yep.
I love it. I'm so honored to be the first person on your show, man. I want great success for. But I first gotta ask you, like, what is the purpose of this show? Like, what are you up to, man, with this thing?
Well, so this is something I've been thinking about for probably the last year and a half. I just wanted to bring local businesses, guys together, so they could just talk about their business, how they did it, their life, their challenges running a business. I mean, they don't even have to be business owners, but managers, operators. Just to bring people together to let the community know, hey, these are the people in our community doing work, where to find things, who can do what, and then just, kind of fellowship networking. So I'm finally just kicking it off today.
I love it, man. That's awesome. It's a contribution.
Yep.
It's educational. It's exciting. But look, man, yes, of course. I'm your first guest. Again, I'm honored. Brent Barkley, that's my name.
Yep.
Man. With Barkley Solar, that's my latest venture, doing solar for residential, commercial, wanting to just solarize the community.
There you
bring
go.
People away from the monopoly. That's my shirt, right? Like it says, we don't believe in monopolies in Kansas, man. It's like we don't want them.
Yep.
Yeah, there's only one monopoly that we have is IRS. Let's just leave it at that, right? The rest can go. But yeah, that's what I'm up to, man. It's a family-owned business. And that's kind of where I come from with my roots in Wichita. Going back to my great-grandpa who started diners in the Midwest and would flip them back in the 50s and 60s. And to my parents that started Barkley Construction here in Wichita 40 plus years ago.
Oh, man. So you got roots in Wichita.
I got the roots.
The area.
I got the roots, man. Yeah, and Barkley Construction's still out there alive and thriving and growing. And it's, community is really important to me. I know it is to you.
Yep.
You talk about like fellowship. That's cool. That's the ideal scenario, man. When you can have your tribe and you're impacting others, you're growing your tribe and you're just keeping it local. And that's really one of the things about Barkley Solar that is important to me is the local solar company, which is kind of rare, man. It's kind of rare in Kansas. Solar's kind of new to Kansas still.
Yeah, but started on the coast and then it all works in just like everything, even in the heating and air business. Everything happens on the East Coast, West Coast, then it slowly creeps in. Some things are good for the industry. Some things are not so much. A lot of politics, but at the end of the day, no matter what you feel about whatever, right, left, center, it is what it is. And so you just got to just do it, just adapt, overcome. And the same thing with solar, it has huge benefits for people.
It does, man. It's just really cool. It's like I look at it as if we're creating a home performance configuration. Like it's a home performance.
Oh, exactly.
Solution.
Yeah.
Because look what you do. You do aerosol. You do a lot of things, right?
Yep.
I work with you with aerosol,
Yep.
the duct clean, the duct sealing, right?
Yep.
And that makes that home better. It improves the home with the quality of air, but also just reducing that energy. A need for the more energy because it's not seeping out of your ductwork and losing all that power. So I look at it, it's not just panels on the roof. We're looking at how to optimize the house and how to make it a true performance like home. So that means attic insulation, that means ductwork, that means HVAC too, right? That's what you're talking about. That it's not just solar on the roof. That's one aspect. That's the big one that's big for me.
Yep.
Because I think breaking free from the monopoly is really that's where my passion is, man. I'm like, hey, give us choices.
And what people don't realize too, with the solar, you're paying the electric company, you're paying a monthly. I got solar on my house. We got it 3-4 years ago. And I was always like, man, solar's dumb. Solar, we don't need solar. Why do I want solar? But I mean, if you think about it, I think July, I still had to pay Evergy because we don't have the whole deal where we're 100% solar. but I think we paid Evergy like $50. Now keep in mind, I will keep my house at 68 degrees. I've got 2 air conditioners. So we will, I will freeze it out. I've took the opposite of, I'm not going to still be, conservative on everything and, still be at 75 or whatever. No, I will keep my house at 68 all, pretty much all summer. I paid Evergy, I think like $50. My monthly payment was like $110. I can't remember off the top of my head. So we'll just say all in $175 to keep my house at 68 degrees during the 105 degree weather. So to me, there is the trade-off of, oh yeah, I'm still paying. You're always going to pay. No matter if you're paying a loan bill, you're going to be paying for it no matter what. So why not? I say, why not freeze out, man, and be comfortable, I mean,
you're a preacher, because that's a testimonial right there.
Yeah.
You went solar and it's working.
Yep. At first, I didn't think it was going to, I was like, man, this is stupid. I don't know why we're spending this money, why we're doing this. But it worked out, but people don't realize, too, it's not about the solar, like you said. It involves their heating and air. Probably 90% of your electric usage during the summer is your air conditioner.
Yeah.
That may be a little high. I'm not, haven't Googled the facts. Someone can fact check me out there. But at the end of the day, if you have a 15, 20-year-old air conditioner, that thing is going to suck power like nobody's business.
Right.
And you're going to get them $400 or $500 electric bills. So it goes.
Vamp AC, you got that leech AC going on.
Yep. And then the light bulbs people have.
LEDs, baby.
A lot of times too, attic insulation. We go in these attics and there's hardly any insulation, and boom, there you go.
Or it's dustillation.
Yep. So and then that's where the AeroSeal kind of comes into play. You figure the leakage on a home, you could be saving 30% roughly on your electric bill for the year by just sealing up the ductwork and putting that air back to where it needs to go.
Dude, absolutely. I believe that. I've seen it because I've seen it. I've seen that the killer combo is going to be the solar AeroSeal. In my experience, like that is awesome. And if you need to add attic in there to create that 100% offset and independence and control, that we don't have to pay the utility anymore, that's great. But if sometimes you don't really need to have that attic insulation if you can get it all covered. Now, it is going to be optimal to power your home and get that attic insulation, but some people can't afford that. And so what we do is we create the solar bundle where they can afford everything they want, and you get that tax credit on that. That's really the thing that makes this.
Yeah, I mean the tax credits. I mean, I don't know what are they giving for solar now.
So it's 30% federal for all residential.
Yeah, you get 30% back, and then they're giving, I think, up to like $1,500 back on the AeroSeal. So at the end of the day, they're coming off pretty good.
Yeah, it makes it work. And just a little disclaimer about that tax credit. Even though you'll get it, there are some people who may not be able to apply it because they don't have income.
Yep.
So the thing with that is and we work with people that don't have income who can't apply that tax credit. And there's some different ways we can go about that, such as a lease. You can lease solar.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, leases are very popular, man, and they're great for folks that can't get that tax credit. And there's a bit of benefits to leasing over owning. Debt versus no debt, and it just depends on where you're at in your life. But we work with people. It's kind of a consultative sell, man. We don't just go in there and we do some hard close, fast action transaction, and then we're gone.
Yep.
I'm going to talk with you, man.
Yeah, you got to know what they're doing. Some people just come in, man, throw everything down, throw a bunch of numbers on a paper. There's, highlighted, discount, everything, confuse the people, get them to sign a paper, and then out the door they go. So, that is kind of good that you're sitting down, taking time, educating them, and I'm sure there's probably been instances solar isn't the best option for them, maybe staying on the grid, in some instances might be the best for some people. Have you ran into that?
When the roof is not enough space, and you got a bunch of trees out there, and they just don't want to cut down grandma's apple tree.
Yeah, you can't.
It's hard to make
apples, man.
You can't get that sun through those trees, man.
No.
Right? It's too dense. And if the roof is just messed up and they can't get that insurance claim on it for whatever reason, yeah, it's probably not going to be the best home. Or if the roof is, there's so many different roof angles, and there's not enough south-facing light that's coming in. So there are some scenarios, man, where it's just not a good fit. If someone's going to be moving in the next couple of years, typically 18 to 2 years out, it may not make sense financially. Because the thing about this, you got to save money if you're going to go solar.
Yeah, anything.
You really want to.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing. Now, there's also another one that's really coming up lately because of the crazy grid, is that need for safety and protection when the grid goes down, and wanting to have that power at night. So the grid's all messed up right now, Chad, man. I mean, you're talking, it's a 100-year-old skeleton that they're forced to improve it with government money, mandates coming down from the federal level. You got to become 50% more energy, like energy independent, or energy efficient, or energy more energy, like renewable energy.
Just more loopholes and stuff for the government, But hey, that's a different.
And that's the different thing, man. You get into that, yeah. But at the end of the day, we're all paying taxes.
Yep.
And we're all inside of this monopoly, and we can choose to get out of that and protect our home with batteries and protect ourselves when the lights go down. And that's why with all these renewable energy mandates, and also to look at it this way, man, your truck out there, it's not an EV, it's not an electric vehicle,
nope.
Not yet. But there's
they want it to be, boy. They better get a Tesla.
Yeah, man, and that demand on the grid's become more and more. So electric vehicle demand on the grid, population increases. People coming in from California. Biggest exodus, man. California going to Texas. Like Texas has been the biggest growth for people coming
right.
in. But Kansas too.
Yep.
And so all that pressure on the grid, all that stuff falling apart, makes prices go up. And so the grid is very fragile. And you're starting to see a lot of power outages all over the place. Right? More and more coming. So when that goes out, you don't want to be without power.
Nope, you don't. You want to have your old, because you got to have, you got to be able to cook, keep your food cold, even if it's for a few hours, you get them surges. You get that surge in your power. Most homes aren't protected. A lot of their panels don't have surge protection.
Right.
They don't think about it, but they'll put that surge protection on their TV, but they don't put it on their electric panel.
Yeah.
Whole home surge protector.
Yeah. We actually offer those now.
No way, man.
You know what's funny about it? It's in Burlingame, I believe it is, where they make these little devices.
Yep.
For these electrical protection surges, and you can even put them in your vehicle.
Oh man.
Right, because the vehicle's all teched out, right?
Yeah. That matter of fact, the dash in my truck doesn't work because who knows what it was. It's got to go back to the factory to get redone or something. They sent an email out.
Yeah.
All these gadgets and gadgets, we have surge protection for ACs, people, I don't want to do it, they'll decline the $200, then get mad when their compressor goes out from all these surges from the electric grid. Like you said, there's a lot of stress on it.
Yes, sir.
From more people, the population, more housing, when they build this stuff, they don't think of the longevity.
It's true, man. And it's like the leaning tower of, what is it? What's that leaning tower over there?
Yeah, leaning tower at Pisa,
whatever. Right? You got to keep kind of piecing it together, but that's how it is, man. It's just there's got to be an alternative. We have the alternative. You're part of that equation. We work together, and it does get people to break free. We like to say break free.
Yep.
Break free from the monopoly. Claim your independence, you save money. It's no different than when you own a truck or you own a home.
Yep.
You own the truck and home because you want to save money ultimately. If you were renting that truck, paying the government for your truck, and that's all you knew, was renting from the government your truck, and I come along, hey Chad, I noticed you're renting that truck out there from the government. Man. It's okay, everybody is. You're paying about $300 a month for that. How about you get your own vehicle, you own it, and you say, how much is that?
Yeah, right.
$45,000. You go, what? $45,000, that's a lot of money. Yeah, when you look at it like that, it's like buying a house. You buy a house, this is a $300,000 house. I'm just going to rent for my $1,500 a month. But when you look at it with the right perspective, you start to go, man, that makes sense to buy my own power station for my house.
Yep.
Because I'm saving that money. I'm owning it. It's an asset.
Yep,
it's a little bit of education cycle we go through in Wichita. We also work in Hutchinson, Hayesville, Abilene, really all over the place. Wichita and surrounding, about an hour, 2 hours outside of it.
Yep.
And there is some good education going on, but there's also I think a little bit beyond the early adopter stage and where we're at, where enough people have it and enough people know about it, to where people are now interested and calling in and wanting to get the quotes on it.
Yep. Yeah. Early on, people were real skeptical about it. Is it snake oil?
Yeah.
Like you said, I think more people are knowing it's growing. People are like, what? You're seeing them on houses more and more. You start heading west, man. You go into New Mexico, Arizona. They're everywhere. Every house, they're all over the place. And like you said, it's slowly coming this way. So. What would you say to somebody who's like skeptical? I mean, I've said, hey, I have it. What would you say to somebody who's kind of on the fence or, leaning like, or maybe they're going to buy a house that has solar panels on it? What do you have? What about that?
Yeah. Well, we look at their situation and figure out kind of what their pain points are with their situation.
Yep.
And see if we can solve that pain with solar, and see if we can save them money, because it really comes down to the money, Chad. If we can't show numbers that are real numbers, because all these are warranted and guaranteed. So the panels come with a production warranty. Where It's going to produce this much. It's going to produce this much power, guaranteed under the warranty, or you're protected, and it's a 25-year one. So that's we cover the site on product. Are you happy with the product? Does the product make sense? It's like with your truck. It comes with the warranty, 100,000 miles and 60,000. If it didn't, you wouldn't buy it.
Right? It wouldn't buy a new, no.
Even though it's Ford.
Yeah, well, hey, we'll talk about that later. I'm not a Ford guy. It made sense.
It made sense, man. But even if it doesn't matter what car it is, you're not buying it without the warranty.
Yep.
No matter how big and beautiful Mercedes, no, I'm not buying it. Would you buy this GMC? Denali, no, because there's no warranty, man. Same with solar. You get the warranties, that's there, but it still comes down to the numbers.
Yep.
If this isn't saving you money, I'll be the first to tell you, don't do it, man.
Yep.
It doesn't work out for you. So skepticism is good, and we like to address that head on and be like, what about it is the skeptical part, and we'll just address it straight on. And if we can't get to that point of satisfaction, it's not going to be for you, man.
Perfect, man. So we know. Going back to the beginning here, you said your family had deep roots here, so tell me something. What do you like to do when you're not out selling solar? You're not out talking about solar. What does Mr. Barkley do, on a free weekend, nothing on the agenda? What's he doing?
I love I give you priority level, okay?
Yeah.
So I love spending time with my little doll, my little girl.
Yep.
I started late bloomer with being a father. I have a 4-year-old daughter. And I'm in my 40s.
Hey, that's all right, man.
So I have to get in shape, man. So because I gotta be able to pick her up when she's 8.
Yep.
7 already. I gotta get to the gym, brother. But I spend time with my daughter, my family, right?
There you go.
That. Second in order is just drinking my coffee and doing vision work.
Yeah.
Just sitting there and planning, getting to see where I can make things better, see where I can make things faster. See where I can improve. That's really my whole mindset is on how to be bigger and better. Thinking bigger is critical for me in my whole life, in my development, and what I think is possible for my family and for the city of Wichita's thinking bigger.
Yep.
We're an entrepreneurial city, man.
That's right. I think that's, I'm not too for sure about the deal, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of entrepreneurs. There's a lot of businesses. A lot of businesses started in Wichita.
Yes.
That I don't think people truly realize the importance of business in Wichita. Pizza Hut. I mean, I'm pretty sure that started in Wichita.
It did, brother.
I think there's a debate on, White Castle. It wasn't originally White Castle.
Hey, let's claim it.
But that I think started here. Freddy's, they got their big, huge corporation here. There's a lot of, they build airplanes, here. There's a lot of businesses that had started in Wichita that may have started small, and then they just, branched out.
And the biggest one being Coke Industries.
Yep.
Right? The biggest privately owned company in the world.
Yep.
Billions of dollars.
Right, yeah, right here.
Right here. The Wygan family, it just keeps going on and on and on.
Yep.
And there's so much amazing entrepreneurs here. And even in the construction industry, looking at the Cornejo family.
Yep.
It goes on and on and on, right? But this city knows the grind. They know the hard work. This is Earth people here, man.
Yep.
Right? We're not Silicon Valley.
Nope.
We're not the New York Wall Street financial situation going on, right? We're not that.
It's just hard-working people.
Boots on the mud, baby.
Yep.
I see your boots. I got boots. We're wearing boots.
Yep. There we go.
So that's what it's about. And I love that because people get the common sense approach on, hey, solar's tech. Does the tech make sense? You have a phone. You decided to get a phone. Does it make sense? Yeah, it's made in China. It is made in China. Now panels aren't. There are panels made in China. I get this a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, China. And I agree with that. There are panels made in Canada. There are panels made that are in Singapore. There's different options available. So that's why I say it's really a consultative approach when we go in there. We're going to find the best solution for the homeowner and present the numbers. And it's going to include AeroSeal most likely.
Yeah, perfect. So, I appreciate having you on today.
Yes, brother.
Hey, we do have an amazing sponsor here, 7 Coffees. It is great. It's fresh. It's not, packaged and then sent 700 different places. It tastes good. Yeah.
Let me tell you the disclaimer. Only reason I'm not drinking that coffee today, my man, is because my wife has me on the special diet. I can't do coffee right now. This is
coffee and
tea.
butter. They say coffee and butter is a good diet.
Is that right?
That's what they say,
but
man.
Next time, man. 7.
There it is, man.
With some butter.
With some butter. Grass-fed butter. Hey, thank you, guys.